Hi guys, welcome back to Saving Salvage and welcome back to the channel. And yes, as you've seen in the title, I have ordered a brand new 2021 Audi S3 Saloon. And I guarantee you 100% it will be like no other car collection available to view on YouTube. So as you've just seen in the title, I have ordered a brand new Audi S3 Saloon, my 21, and I ordered it day after order books opened, which was on the 14th of August this year. There have been some complications, which is why I've waited nearly, well, over a month actually to do this video, but the complications have now been sorted out, which means I can give you guys like a due date, a complete spec reveal of the car I've gone for and what you expect to see from the car and what I want to bring you content wise. So as always guys, if you haven't seen my videos before and you are interested in project cars like the Mustang behind me, which is a project car I've done and rebuilt, which was crash damaged, then please do subscribe to my channel for future videos, and also head back and have a look at those videos that are available to view on my channel. But before we get into today's video guys, I just want to say a big thanks to BOTB for sponsoring today's video. And I'm just going to swap into my lounge because that is where I filmed it. I just want to give a massive thanks to BOTB, the Dream Car Competition Company, for sponsoring today's video. BOTB give away a guaranteed 2 cars every single week with their dream car and their midweek competitions. You could win your very own Audi S3 Sportback, just like the one I've paid a lot of money for, worth £38,000, which I'm very aware of, for just £1.85 a ticket. Or if you don't fancy that, there's an Abt RS3 you can choose from, or if you don't even fancy an Audi, there are over 180 different cars to choose from, with tickets starting from just 85p a ticket. If you're lucky enough to win but you don't fancy taking the car, there is a cash alternative you can take instead. You just need to be 17 or over to enter, and you've also got the chance to win £20,000 cash in the boot if you win. So massive thanks to BOTB for sponsoring today's video. Let's get back to it and check out what spec I've gone for my S3. Also guys, click the link in my description to go to BOTB's website. So in today's video, I've got it up here, I've got the Audi configurator up on my computer, but before I go through the spec reveal, I want to tell you guys exactly why this will be like no other YouTube car collection. As a lot of you will know, my day job is transporting new and used cars, and that does include Audi. So I kind of get to see the behind the scenes of before the customer receives the car, which means I collect cars from other dealerships to deliver them, collect them from port sometimes when they get off the ship. So I'm sure you'll see where I'm going with this. And we also do pre-PDI collections, everything before the customer gets the car. So what I want to show you guys is, as there's not really much on YouTube, I did have a search, I couldn't really find much about it, but I want to, if I'm allowed to, obviously by the dealership, go and collect my brand new S3 from the port itself. So it's just come off the ship from Germany. I want to be able to collect it from the port and take it to the PDI center. That is where the car will get prepped, checked over, everything checked before it then gets sent to the center, where I would then come and pick the car up. So it's kind of like a behind the scenes of what you would expect when you buy a new car. So this will be the same for, I'm going to go for all of the manufacturers. They all, as long as they're not built in the UK, obviously they'll get shipped in, they'll arrive at a port, they'll have the big car transporters, then we'll take them from the port and they'll distribute them to all the centres, and that's when they then get PDI'd, checked over, and then handed over to the customer after they've been registered. So I will be able to hopefully take you behind the scenes on all of that by picking the car up from the port itself, which is quite rare. That doesn't normally happen. It only usually happens when a customer wants their car really quickly, and I do. I'm too impatient, so I'm going to roughly save about 10 days. So I want to go pick it up myself. I'll take it to the PDI centre. Hopefully better do a video on it there, on about what happens at the PDI centre, what they do, what they check for, and then I should then hopefully take it from the PDI centre to the dealership itself, where it will then just get its final checks done, and it'll have its plates put on, registered, and then I'll be called in to collect the car. The whole idea behind this is I just want to be one of the first people to have the car, which means I can be the first person to give you a proper review on the car, like living with an S3 day to day, the good things, the bad things, what it's like from the previous generation S3. I have owned every generation S3, so I feel like I'm pretty well qualified to be able to do those tests. I had a brand new facelift 8V S3, I had a pre-facelift RS3, and then I had an 8P S3, got an 8P RS3 currently as well, so, and I've got an 8L S3 as well. So I've done it all with regards to S3, but I have never had a saloon before. I've always normally gone for a Sportback, but this year, from the pictures, the saloons just look better. So that is why this time I've gone for a saloon. Also a bit older now, they look a bit more grown up, so I thought I'd go for one of those. So that is the plan. I want to be the first one to get it, the first one to give you guys reviews on the car, what it's like living with one. Obviously the behind the scenes is the main thing I want to show you guys, because it's just not really been done before. So I feel like it'd be a really good inside knowledge for everyone watching, exactly what happens before the customer gets that brand new car. So on to the spec reveal. So I'm just going to swap over now to the computer so you can see what I'm seeing on the screen. So this is the Audi S3 Saloon car configurator for the UK. You can get, it's not available yet, you'll be able to get an S3 Vorsprung edition as well, which I think is about £9,000 on top of this price, which would bring it out at £48,000. I mean, they do come fully spec'd as standard, but 48 grand, quite a lot, and it's quite a big increase mainly on the standard S3 price. So I'm going to assume that the standard S3 Saloon is going to be the most popular option. So I've gone for that purely because I can't order a Vorsprung yet. You can't get them, I think, till the end of October. So this is our basic car we're starting with. So we're just going to go next to exterior. Don't like red cars, never have, never will, so definitely won't be getting a red car. The only colour that's exclusive, I think, there's two, I think these are the two colours that are exclusive to S3s, Navara Blue and Python Yellow, and I'm not ballsy enough to get a yellow car, and I really like blue. Turbo blue, I'm sure it'll look better than that in person, but that looks horrible on a configurator, not for me. Navara Blue, just a more grown up, classier looking colour, and I proper like dark blue, so I will be having Navara Blue. The other option I would have gone for is Daytona Grey. That is usually my go-to colour, but I do like Navara Blue, and it's the fact that it's the only colour exclusive. You can't get this on a normal A3 is another reason I want it as well. So Navara Blue is the colour I'm going to go for. Ain't got time for exclusive, will take far too long. Alloys, standard ones, horrendous. 19-inch ones, not much better, but these ones here, the diamond cut ones, are the nicest ones of the three, and obviously because of that means they're the most expensive ones as well. So the 19-inch trapezoid alloys I will be going for as well, and also I will be going for, I wouldn't normally tick matrix headlights because they're normally like over £1,000 option, but on this it's only 400 quid, and it does come with a lot better looking daytime running lights as well. So for that reason I'm going to select those as well. It just looks a lot better there, and also you get dynamic front indicators as well. So I'm happy for £400 to tick that box. Let's go on to interior. I don't think there's much you can do. On the Vorsprung, obviously, there will be options on the Vorsprung that you get that you won't be able to get on the standard S3 Saloon. I think the most obvious one is the virtual cockpit. I think when we get to that in a moment, I'll show you. Don't want grey seats. I'm happy with black. What else have we got? Four-way lumbar support. I'm getting old, so it's got to be ticked. Got a dodgy back, so I need a bit of lumbar support, so we'll have that. Electric front seats, not interested for 1100 quid, no way. Heated front seats, standard. Front centre armrest, standard. Child seat anchors in the front. My son likes to ride in the front, and we have a ISOFIX front child seat, so that will be required. Go on to equipment. So, comfort and sound pack. What do you get with that? Parking assist, Bang & Olufsen, heated front seats, which are standard anyway, and a reversing camera. So you can't get Bang & Olufsen on its own. If you want Bang & Olufsen, this is the way Audi are going now. I think it's quite similar with Mercedes as well. You can't order options on their own. They come in packs quite a lot now. So if you want Bang & Olufsen, you've got to have parking assist and a reversing camera as well. Normally that would be annoying. However, on this, they are good options as well. You would want parking front and rear, and you would want reversing camera as well, just because it looks cool. So quite happy to tick that box, although I'm primarily doing it for Bang & Olufsen, £865. So with the Vorsprung, you get virtual cockpit as standard, but as you can see here on the left and the right, you've got your temp gauge and your fuel gauge, which are analog, and this gives you a 10-inch display here. But with the Vorsprung, it will be fully digital. So this bit here and this bit here will be fully digital as well, which will give you an extra, I think it's 1.5 inches virtual cockpit, so it's slightly bigger. I haven't obviously got the car yet, so I can't comment on the size of this, but it should be, I'm assuming it's okay. I'm hoping it's not going to be too annoying, purely because you can't actually option the bigger screen if you wanted it on this car. You have to have that as standard. So let's just go down. What else we got? We've done that. High beam assist. I don't know. To get high beam assist, I've got to deselect. By the looks of it, might have to deselect matrix headlight switch. Is a bit weird. I'm not going to click that then. Nothing on there. Roof systems. Right. This is a controversial decision. I am going to tick it. Not because I want it, but because it helps resale values. For some reason, everyone loves a panoramic roof. For me, I do not see the point of them at all. You never look out of it. It raises your centre of gravity, and it costs over £1,000. The only benefit to it at all is it just lights up the interior a little bit, but it doesn't bother me at all, especially not for a bag of sand. So not interested in it, but purely for resale purposes, I will tick the box. Privacy glass standard. Seats, split folding rear bench standard. So you can't get any other inlays. You can't get gloss black inlays. I mean, this will change. It is a launch car basically, so changes will come where you'll be able to get piano black inlays or carbon inlays. That may come, but for a launch car, it's standard in dark aluminium. 3-spoke flat bottom steering wheel standard. Yep, so that's fine. Light packages, ambient lighting pack, yes, just because it looks cool. So that should be different colours. Oh, you would actually get, yeah, individual colour profile, 30 colours to choose from, and all those. That would be cool. So I'm going to tick that for £100. Those are both standard. So there you go. Look, so you've got a 10.1 display, and there's nothing you can do about it. So I think it's actually the Virtual Cockpit Plus is 12.3 inches, I'm going to guess. So it's a couple of inches bigger, which is quite a lot. And then you've got your Bang & Olufsen, and all this is standard. Audi phone box, not interested in at all, because I don't have a phone that's wireless charging. Driver assistance package, no. Hate adaptive cruise, hate lane assist, it all drives me mad. So I do not want anything to do with a driver assistance package, especially not for £1,400. Cruise control though, yes, very happy with standard cruise control. Hill hold assist, not as useful on an S-tronic gearbox, however it can help, so it's standard anyway, so we'll have that. Lane departure warning is standard unfortunately, but you can turn it off, I believe. Red brake calipers, pointless, no. Drive select, standard. Sports suspension, progressive steering wheel. Front and rear side airbags with head airbag system, no. Don't really know much about them, to be fair. So I've never really known. They should be standard. If they were that important, they would be standard. Warranty extension is, I think these, especially on an RS car, maybe not so much on an S car, but on an RS car, this will be worth a lot of money. More than £600 ticking that box. That would be a big option to have, and you can only get these, I believe, from factory order. So the only way you'll be able to get this extended warranty, I believe, don't quote me, is by ticking that box. So that is the spec. I won't go through any of that. They're all just a load of rubbish for the moment, unless I can get a spoiler. Sport and design. Nope, no spoiler. So we'll leave that for the moment. So my configuration. There she is. Obviously I'm quite happy with matte aluminium styling package. It looks quite nice. It just looks a bit classier. However, we will have the option if I want. Nothing saying I can't wrap the trims in the gloss black or anything like that afterwards. So happy with, although they might be quite hard to do, quite fiddly. So here is my spec. So we've got Navarra blue, 19-inch trapezoid alloys, matrix LED headlights, comfort and sound pack, pan roof, lumbar support, child ISO fix in the front, and the ambient lighting package, which is £4,000 of options, which gives me a total price of 42.5 on the road. However, scrap all that, because it didn't happen. So when I ordered the car, that is the exact spec I ordered. I phoned up Audi the day after, I placed my deposit, I ordered the car. They have ordered the car, the exact spec that I've just shown you. However, about 2 weeks ago, I got a call from the salesman, and he told me that my car build week was like build week 46 or something like that, which is like in another 4 or 5 weeks from now. And that it looked to be because of the panoramic roof. So I was like, well, I don't even care about pan roof, I only selected it obviously for resale purposes, so is there anything else that's been built quicker? And he said, well, we've got launch spec cars which are coming. And basically launch spec cars are cars that Audi UK will automatically configure and send them out to centres, which means they might not have some of the options that you can get. So like comfort and sound comes with 4 different options, and you can only order the pack with those options. You can't choose one of them and not have the others. However, with launch spec cars, you can do that. So Audi UK might say, nah, just stick Bang & Olufsen on that, but don't worry about the reversing camera. That is called a launch spec car. So there's quite a few of those circulating at the moment, and there was one that was being built 10 weeks quicker. And it was exactly the same as one I'd ordered, but it didn't have the pan roof, and it only had the Bang & Olufsen in the comfort and sound pack, so it didn't have front sensors and it didn't have the reversing camera. Again, not 100% bothered by any of those options, not enough to warrant sticking with my original order anyway. So I jumped ship, I moved on to the launch spec car that was going to be built 10 weeks sooner, and then that was all done. But then, for some reason, that car wasn't being built when it said it was being built, or there was a 2-week delay or something. So again, salesman rang me up and said, look, there's another car identical. It's at one of our sister dealers. It's identical car, but it's already been built and it's on its way to the ship. Do you want that one? I was like, yes, I do. So now, after quite a bit, changing the order, I've now got a car that's now on its way to the ship, ready to be shipped over to the UK, and that was over the weekend. So it should actually be landing in the UK in the next, I don't know how long it takes, maybe 1 to 3 weeks, I'm just going to say. I don't know how long it takes, but that is good news, because that obviously means I should be able to pick it up from the port in possibly October, beginning of October, maybe even the end of this month, I don't know. But the car is going to be here ASAP Rocky. So that is good news, and I'll be able to obviously then give you guys some more content with behind the scenes. So that is the story of the S3 and my S3 so far. So I hope you enjoyed today's video, guys. Obviously buzzing for this. I've been waiting to do this video for about a month now, and I'm really hoping I'll be able to give you guys all this sort of first content for the new S3. So I hope you're excited about obviously the content from behind the scenes, etc. And what do you think about my spec? Would you have done anything differently? Obviously my hand got twisted in the end and I went for a slightly lesser spec, which I don't really care about. I'm happy with it. But what would you guys have spec'd if it was up to you? Let me know in the comments. Right, as always guys, thank you very much for watching today's video and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers guys.